How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to continue our in-depth investigation as to how the hell is Russia de-dollarizing the world? Why and how? And is this a strictly Russia-China thing? Because it certainly doesn't appear like it is. So right now I'm looking at an article here, and this one is coming out of the RT website. Okay, now what's really interesting is this is specifically about India, where India is going to accept the Russian debit and credit cards. Okay, India is also they're going to install like ATMs. So this is pretty crazy. It's kind of a big step in that de-dollarized world that is going to be arriving at some point. So Russia is reportedly going to be reciprocating and begin also accepting the Indian rupee. Okay, so Indian ATMs terminals are going to soon start accepting, guess what? Russian MIR debit and credit cards. So India newspaper created some outlets reporting Sunday that all this is happening. Okay, so in return, Russia is likely to clear the way for the Indian rupee also to be accepted in that country. So at the moment, the current parties are reportedly discussing options for mutual implementation of the interbank transfer services. Okay, this is that kind of alternative to SWIFT, and this is let's see here. It says India's Unified Payment Interface (UPI) and SPFS. Okay, so this is that Russian version of SWIFT. What does this mean? De-dollarized. De-dollarized. These are transnational payment settling systems that do not include the global reserve currency being the dollar at the moment. So it's kind of big news. Big news. And how does this affect the citizens? You know, psychologically speaking, this tells the citizens in Russia, the billion, 1 point something billion people in India, that the dollar is not the strongest thing in the world. It tells them, look, there's an alternative system. There's something else we can play with. Here, the American kind of mentality of, I hate to say the word, but superior capitalism, that idea is kind of being questioned. It's kind of potentially, I would say, causing a lot of people to doubt that strength. So it is massive, massive implications. So according to the news outlet, India and Russia are continuing negotiations on expanding the use of national currencies on bilateral trades. And just like my video yesterday, creating a new reserve currency within the BRICS country. So what, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and a few other ones. So no dollar, de-dollarization. Big, big news. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister said that he confirmed, it says here, he confirmed that Moscow was negotiating with New Delhi on the use of the cards, the MIR cards, MIR cards. I'm not sure how to say it. So it's pretty crazy. Now, RT.com, it's coming out of Russia. So in they're kind of arguing, it says here, they're arguing that the unjustified blocking of all Russian clients by the largest international payment systems, like Visa, MasterCard, you name it, was an important step in expanding this idea of bilateral negotiations to use their own national currencies. And yeah, it says here, we are actively working in this direction. That's the Russian Deputy Foreign Minister, adding that discussions about this matter are also being held with Egypt, China, Azerbaijan, But Iran, Cuba, Myanmar, Nigeria, and Thailand. So big ones. Nigeria is a massive economy. Thailand, extremely important. So Egypt, the rest, maybe not so big. But apparently, the Russian Mir payment cards currently are being used in about 11 countries. So mostly Eastern Europe, plus Vietnam, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Korea, and a couple other ones. So that's pretty interesting. So it's not just China, guys and ladies. It's not just China. So one thing I did want to talk about is this increase in gold. Russia and China have been increasing the gold reserves. Well, of all the places in the world, Zimbabwe hails success of gold coin issuance, okay, which is pretty crazy. So let's look at this $50 billion reserve note. Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. Isn't that crazy? $50 billion. Everyone's a billionaire in Zimbabwe. So pretty wild. 1 ounce gold coins. Okay, so they claim it's a success. They've been issuing and selling these coins in smaller gold denominations, probably to prop up the currency there, because it's got too many zeros. This is the problem with runaway inflation, hyperinflation that makes your dollars your currency completely effing worthless. And we don't want that to happen to the dollar. So this idea of the de-dollarization, the BRICS countries using an alternative payment system, is going to hurt the dollar. Dollar being hurt makes it worth less. We don't want it to go the way of Zimbabwe. Well, anyways, going back to Zimbabwe, I think good for them. The coins can be purchased from banks, these gold coins, to combat rampant inflation driven by the Zimbabweans exchanging their currency for dollars. Why? Because it's worthless. It's worthless. And guess what a lot of people are changing their dollars to? They're not obviously they're not changing it for Zimbabwean dollars. They're changing it to Bitcoin. Why? Look at this chart. Look at this chart. This is the power of $20 back in the day, and this is the power of $20 now. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has proved itself that it can withstand certain volatilities. Granted, we are down, guys, but it's a newbie in the space. Okay, so the volatility is going to be here for a little while. It's going to ease down. Anyways, 1 ounce of gold in Zimbabwe currently worth about $1,800. So that's pretty wild. Pretty wild considering that the average civil servant in the country makes roughly $2,600 a year. So who the hell is buying this in Zimbabwe? Obviously the wealthy. So they're buying gold. They're essentially just buying gold. So it's pretty crazy. Well, what's digital gold? We know the answer to that. Anyways, here's a picture of the Zimbabwean Moziaya Tunya gold coin. Catchy name if you ask me. But banks have sold 4,400 of the 1 ounce coins so far. That's actually quite a staggering amount. State affiliated report says via a newspaper, 90% having been purchased with local currency. Foreigners can only buy the coins with foreign money. Now, why would that be? Because the Zimbabwean dollar is worthless. That's why. So even their local banks don't want foreigners to buy gold with Zimbabwean dollars. That's pretty funny. But We don't want this problem in the United States. That's really the main issue. I thought it was interesting. Just a quick video. Thanks for watching. Smash like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.